Alrighty, hello everyone. This thing is a bit new. Anyways, uh, this is pretty obvious cards video. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna be surprised about that. But I have a I've been tinkering around a bit with the develop mechanic, right? It's a choose one of three cards randomly chosen from specified pool and added to your hand. Now, uh, unpredictability wins games. Games that you don't know what your opponent is doing, and then they suddenly kills you out of nowhere, are games that are very easy to win because they don't know how to counter you, and they have no idea what you're gonna do. What if you make a deck, a serviceable deck, and then that develops into what you need to win? Now, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna say, "Oh, that's just USA," but I don't have Bomber Mafia, so what if I want to do it budgetly, somewhat? Because I still have to run elite cards, because that's just how it is. And so, I make this. It's a DevTheWincon deck. Because we use, there's develop, right? There's this much develop cards, and if I have Blitz Doctrine, it would be an instant pick into this deck, but I don't have it. So here's how the deck works. Uh, Monty is an insane card. You run it in every Britain deck, basically. Gladiator, you think about it, it's a one free body that demands answer because nobody in their right mind would think that you're not playing air with this. Because either way, I'm running C Embargo. Gladiator into C Embargo is basically an instant demand that you must answer my card. And so this bias time against aggro, this bias time against mid range, and it might just eat one or two small removals from control, but that's good enough. C Embargo is a card that develops, and since we're running a couple of area units in this deck, it's pretty good. Also, it just gives stats. Even after the nerf, I think it should probably be usable. Ingenuity is very simple. It's develop a British or US bomber. Now, I haven't, here's a small nitpick. I have no idea why when they stated that they want, the bombers from, what call it? Where is that? From production order, right? Order. From production order, the bombers from this card. They want to expand the pool where these two cards can be chosen, and then they pick to give the potential to Bomber Mafia, which is an absolutely overpowered card, but the way it is, while not giving Ingenuity, which is a 10 times more balanced card, the ability to pick those two bombers, but that's fine. You will find something from this. Not necessarily going to be a good thing, but you know, it's cool. Albacore is a good control card. You play it, if you pin something, if your opponent's air, you cry, you cough, and you seethe. You might concede it, but that's just how it is. Either way, good card. Also, is a body for C Embargo. Missing is might be a weird choice here, but first of all, I just don't have a lot of removals. Like, my collection is kind of limited. Actually, kind of is a very light way to put it. My collection is limited, so missing is, first of all, missing is not a bad card. It's a 2 credit card that might kill some stuff with the right setup. But most importantly is a way to deal with, where is it? King, the king. Wait, what the hell? Wait, is it reserve? That's comic, right? Yeah, no, it's not a reserve. Okay, so it's a way to deal with the king tiger, and you know that's it. That's the only purpose is in this deck. Now you might say the king tiger isn't that popular. Why are you trying to counter it? Eh, It's also a 2 credits card that kills something that moves into the front line. So big tanks, like the T-34s, God damn it, the T-34, all of these are pretty popular as of now, especially this guy. So it can also kill that. So it has purpose. I always am a fan of missing, and I think it's probably one of the better countermeasures in the game. The honey, I only run one because I only have one honey. I don't know if I would run more if I had more of them, because we are running a lot of twos, but you know. His Majesty Chosen is a pretty bad card, but I have a golden version of it, even if I already have the normal one. Thanks 1939. I have a golden version of it, and I want to use it. And this is probably the best deck to use it in. And I also really much lacks like late end game power as a deck. So yeah, it's run in this deck. It's ran in this deck. Off card is a pretty okay card, and it's developed German countermeasure, which is absolutely annoying and infuriating to play against. So that's why in this deck. Also, the German countermeasures, such as the not such as basically the only one that spawn units, is the a bridge too far. This will also add more endgame power for us, so that's pretty cool. Next is our addition of the KITTYHAWK. KITTYHAWK is a solid card that is good against non-air decks, but that's fine. Air power. This might be weird, but since considering that I have the tanks are pretty popular in the current metas, and I have basically no answer to tanks, no proper answer to tanks. One copy of this guy is not bad, and it's good. It's not good. It's efficient enough. It's acceptable early game control power. Next is Atlantic Convoy. This will be a 2-for-1 for us, and it will add a random US unit. And again, this deck is all about creating randomness, creating unpredictability. And so this might give us something good, it might give us something bad, but if you check about the free cost, what the hell? Oh, yeah, alright, here. The free cost, current US card, you can have some pretty good things about it. You can have the pretty bad, like the 11th, the 32nd, because these. If you add these guy in, they don't have the deployment effect ready. They won't do it. Well, so these guys are pretty bad. Also, the 306 is pretty bad. And 327 is like featurely bad because it's super super undesirable. Hold on, it's a unit, right? That. But it could also be no, the priest is also pretty bad. The hawk is kind of fine. It's more above average. The dauntless is okay. The irregulars are pretty bad too as well. But then you could also have options such as the 106 is also pretty bad, by the way. 103 is also very bad. Just saying. So you also such as the First Marines. The Iron Man is pretty bad, but it's a 4-4 for free cost, so it's less bad. But First Marines, you can have the AA gun, the M1 AA gun, which is pretty solid. This thing is a 4-2 for free. Again, it's pretty bad, but it's acceptable. The 442 second is extremely premium if you get it. The 4th Marines is pretty good late game, but it's also just a threat, and it might just do something. It might just confuse them enough for them to, surrender. The 35-7 pack howitzer is a bad statted artillery, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that it's still an artillery. If your opponent doesn't have an answer for this can easily take over game. Same thing for the Calliope, despite it's losing its deployment effect. The Devil Brigade will still have Blitz, so it's usable. The Grumman Goose is a fighter, so it's have more of an advantage compared to something like a like a 11 infantry regiment, but not much more advantage. So it's still pretty bad. The M10A1 is a tank, so it's actually kind of okay to get rid from this. M18 Hellcat is really good to get from it. The M24 Chaffee is a good like threat. So it's not a good card on its own, but if you get it randomly, it's okay because it's suddenly threatening your opponent with having two 24 Chaffies main to the front line, which, not all decks might have the answer to. The Zippo is extremely garbage. I don't know why this thing exists because it has two operation costs, and unlike the Chaffee, it doesn't spawn another body of itself. The M5 Stewart is actually very premium. This thing is extremely decent if you got it from the card itself, and if not, then this thing by itself is, you know, kind of okay to run into your budget decks. The Priest is pretty bad, so you don't want it. The P40K, it's okay. We do run. No, we don't run much bombers, but it's a free fighter, and that's it. That's a lot of explanation for a single free cost card that probably wouldn't affect too much. Oh, or less. Ah. However, don't those are like the best option. The two and ones are basically just fillers. So yeah, Atlantic Convoy is ran, and I I always like this card enough, but to be honest, it's not a good card. The Zortozor, because this thing's insane and it's a fighter. Actually, calling it insane is a bit exaggerating. It's just good. It's just really solid. That's it. Crossfire is a really good board removal, and I only have one copy of it. I will run two if I can, but I don't. So here it is. Sincerely Yours is insane draw and heal, so no explanation about that. RAAF Lightning is a fighter that retreats something. It's decent enough for what it is. It's a bit low statted, but that's what we have to make do with. 20th Panzergrenadier is still a horridly, like, just absolute beast late game. And yeah, just free cards in one. It's kind of nice. Glamour Boys, four of them. Heal, guard, 33-6 body, pretty good. FW190A is a fighter, and it's good against bombers, and it draws you a card when played, so that's what it is. Partnership, my partnership is one of the worst design cards ever made, and I don't know why it's haven't gotten buffed yet, or at least rework. But we run this deck because it's a random US elite that might save our ass, and it might be funny. Mountain Offensive is, on the other hand, one of the best cards to ever exist in this world. This thing full of so much stats for its cost that you can have to the potential to Glamour Boys into Mountain Offensive and without dying due to a bunch of bomber spam or fighter spam, which might be rare, but it's might happen. Especially to the game, these two things combined will pressure a lot of the opponents out. Because even if the one cost unit is a bit shit, the two and three cost will definitely at least be well statted enough to be used. Especially if you get a free cost blitz, which there are like two of them. Churchill, good card. I got from a pack. I like it. And Carpet Bomber. Now there's a lot of changes can be made to this deck. Like you can probably run a couple better cards if you own them, like the Lancaster B3. Maelstrom is pretty good. Wellington is a really solid card. Co-Belligerent is again a really good control card. Wave after wave. The 4H is actually quite decent to as well, which is nice. The Mosquito is also a really good control slash removal card on 6. There isn't the Sexton. Yeah, the Sexton is absolutely beast if you have it, so you must run it. You could also make it more discard, or I guess discard like hand size control wise. So with wolf packs and MI5s, those are some of your options. For the early games, there's also mm, um, uh, there's not too much option in the game actually. There's You can run things like No 9. This is pretty good. No 9 is a really solid card. That second pounder is one of the better cards in this game and one of the better, you know, things in general. But I don't run it because it feels a bit unreliable to my liking. The 62 is also really good. The 6 Airline Brigade is really good just running as a static. The Blitz Doctrine is definitely insane. It's like you afford to have it, so run it if you can. Desert Raid might be good at stall, but I don't really think it might do much. Enemy Contact, on the other hand, it will probably be at least decent, because it's a bit expensive for a pin, but it's still a pin and it's a draw. Um, Whirlwind, it's also really good against into air matchups, and it's still decent enough body to be used on its own. There's also the 39 doesn't have blitz, but it does pressure the front line immediately, so you might be able to run this in some sort of like a weird like more mid-range style deck, not style deck, but more mid-range style version of this, because this is more or less a control version. Well, not call it control is a bit much, but it's a very budget control version. A Breakthrough is good. Breakthrough is a good card, and you can run it. It's a free damage spread. Now, Desert Dust is also pretty good. It gives you 2 guard and pin something. There's a lot of ways to improve this deck, actually. The Devil's Brigade might be good, but I don't run it because, like, after losing its second health, it just feels a bit mediocre, and I also just don't have enough deck slots. Maybe just replacing it with Atlantic Convoy. Replacing Atlantic Convoy with it would be pretty good, but yeah. Illustrious actually not good because this thing on its own is a bit bad. The felled her the rifles, the fell rifles, it's pretty nice because your unit doesn't have a lot of attack, but you run this as a more of like a threat because a free cost for as a whole is kind of a pretty beefy body. And if your opponent see this, they will instantly panic because there's are 3 things that a cards player is scared of: credits cheating, discard, and mill. So credit cheating, this thing is credit cheating, and your opponent see this, they will panic and they will find a way to remove this. And in a control deck, if you can find a way to your opponent to remove something, you're winning because eventually you will outsteam them late game most of the time. So this thing also does escort group might be good, but I just think it's a bit too unreliable to my liking. So nah. Again, MI5, as I said, or Blishkas might be good healing, and if I have this, I will probably run this because again, it's a random card and it's give us more unpredictability in our deck. Despite our opponent can somehow play around it, but most deck doesn't play around. Say you having their Maelstrom if they're Germany, or their Blitzkrieg if they're Germany. Their um, Shinano, their elite Japanese orders in general. So like they will probably know what it is, or at least they will able to like limit down like you will at least limit the pool of possibility because they would know how much HQ you gain from this. But then again, there's nothing you can do about it because the order is already in your hand. Additionally, this thing is Intel too, so it gives you Intel. More draws can be used with 38 Ts, but I don't run much draw into this deck. Although the Rail Research, it will definitely be a really good option because it's free, unpredictable option, and your opponent all has to play around. And all of them are at least kind of decent. Ultra is also good, but I don't have it. Yeah. There's this guy is good guard, but I don't think you should like waste your time running that guy because he's a bit bad otherwise. And then, yeah, I think that's the pack 40, right? The pack 40 would probably be into this deck if I. No, actually no. The pack 40 is like more like a supplement if you want to like change it, like change its entire list, which I think you should because it's not that great. The Panzer 3H is really good. The 3J late, it's also kind of nice. And they both serve as mid-sized tanks, and this thing also draws you cards, so it's good. Rescue mission might be also an option because you can held this up, and rarely most deck will play around. Not most deck, but decks will be made to be able to combat with 20th Panzergrenadier. They will not be made to combat like 3 of them or 4 of them, which is nice. Spitfire is a good fighter, just an insane fighter. That's it. Typhoon, if you want to make this like retreat focus, not wouldn't recommend it. Blackwatch is good guard, but compared to the Glamour Boys, I know it's not like worse or better. It's just that they're completely different cards, and I need more healing, so I run Glamour Boys. Black Prince is insane. People should play it. Firefly is not insane, but really good. People should run this more. It is really solid stat, especially in this meta where tanks are like everywhere, and this simply just said kill a tank and leave a 5 horn of here, which will potentially probably kill another one. So yeah, that's some of our recommendations. You can also run the Matildas if you're feeling particularly funny because it does pins and slow down your opponent. And yeah, so with that explanation complete, we shall play with the deck and see how it goes. I'm currently rank 1, so we'll have some decent sample size. Despite I'm probably like top 28,000. I don't really play this game competitively, as you can see. I only try to get to rank 1 so I can have the free rewards at the end of the season. Sometimes it disappoints me that it gives me the same card I already have, but whatever. Let's see what happens. We are locating enemies here. It'll take a while. And we found our unlucky opponent. Or lucky, depending on how you see it. Why do I have this card back? Hold on, what? Oh, whatever. I don't remember equipping that, so we should move away off our late games. This thing on from free is basically losing to, basically like surrendering against, truck, which is Japanese, because the USA doesn't have guards. Off Claw might be a bit slow, but that's the best early game you're gonna get. And Ingenuity, it's a bit of a late game card, so we don't run it. Yeah, we got a pretty heavy starting hand, but the deck's curve is heavy, so we have to deal with it. Sadly for us, our opponent is playing Jagro, so we're kind of screwed. If we have our early game fighter, aka the fish, not the swordfish, the other fish. Hmm. And we have to develop something real quick. Envelops might be pretty good because he might move a lot of units into the front line, but it's also very obvious if we hold it next turn because like he would definitely realize it. Never mind. We have some potential here. I think I will just kill the tank because there's not much else to do. He wouldn't have much blitz units left for us to care about. Oh, not that, but also if this guy playing self-credit denial, then we should probably save this thing because this thing might blow him out. This thing can really potentially just blow this guy out of the water. Okay. Our curve is a bit heavy. We could play Viz, but that didn't do much. How much do we want to spend our envelopes here? We should probably spend it if we want to live. So we kill this. You have to accept it. I don't want it. Taking 4 damage is a bit too heavy for me at this point. So I will have to take 2 instead. And play that. You play air, land, and seas. So we could heal. We might be able to heal out some of his combos, but considering what this guy's running, he's probably playing that really weird deck. No, the weird Gord Q deck. Yeah, the weird Gord Q deck where you try to not OTK, but you just try to spam a bunch of this and then you kill them in 1 turn. And then you buff everyone up with a bunch of your copies of either you use diplomatic attaché to hit your opponent in the face for like 10, and then not 5. Oh wait, no, this is a commandos. Now, where you potentially use certain. Anyway, so you could do this. Crossfire is a really good pull here. The thing is, is this the best crossfire we're gonna have? Yeah, we might as well take it when we have a chance to. This was for no, this has 0 operation, so it doesn't force anything. Oh, what the hell? Whatever. I have attention. Put it. Okay, where? Of oil plants, because this is the cheapest one. And yeah, whatever. And I think we lose. And yeah, we probably dead. The fact that he did that just scream, "You're dead" to me. Yeah, you're screwed. Okay, so we meet a OTK deck the first time, so there's basically nothing we can do. Just nothing. Now he might, if I do survive this turn, I might be able to Churchill, but what the hell? Why does he have this? Oh. Okay. So basically there's nothing I can do. Except for Churchilling, but that will probably just... Actually, no, Churchill is actually good, because... Yeah, because he will not be able to... first of all, he will overdraw 1 card, and second of all, he wouldn't have enough... And yeah, okay, that's a good overdraw on our part. No, he will have enough damage. Or not. Doesn't it just feel insane that for 4 credits you can play a board like this? No, like seriously, it's a bit ridiculous. So we could gamble. We shouldn't, but we could. Okay, is there any two? Yeah, we have options. This could give us a potential pin. We're not pin, but just a card. Yeah, exactly what I'm asking. We kill this. Doesn't matter. The order. We play foil plants, and we hope that the commandos behaves well enough so it doesn't hit our face. It would just hit the units, you know, which is pretty hard. Okay, so we live. And yeah, we have carpet bombings. I would move this guy into the front line to prevent him from blitzing me out with something. Although, you know, that thing, it could be basically anything, so yeah. Oh, he might run a Cheeto. Shinhoto, for all we know. He might run a Shinhoto. But luckily enough, our opponent does, you know, like drastically reduce their chance of winning this match if we draw a healing right now, because yeah, he kind of f up on the combos and miss 1 health. But he can also have like you know, diplomatic attaché hit face and we lose immediately. So you know, there's a lot of potential here. Potential for us losing, not potential for us winning. Because let's all be honest here, that's not happening anytime soon. We're on 1 HP against a Japan ping deck. Like the chances of our survival is ridiculously low, especially when we don't have healing in our deck. And also for those who are wondering why I don't run enough draws, yeah. Why does he take like two fucking hours to play that? Why does it take him like 2 hours to play that? That's just BM, man. That's just sad. Anyhow, the reason why I don't run much draw because A, you've already developed a lot of stuff, and B, your deck is so slow that it's like it doesn't run out card enough. The only reason, like the only problem you run into is that you don't draw what you want. That's the big issue. But if you do draw what you want, then you know it doesn't matter because not necessarily. Okay, you don't draw what you want and you can't find it quick enough for you to live, or you have so much card in your hand, but none of them really do anything, so you just lose anyways. There isn't really much, like, there isn't really a time where you don't have enough card to play. Because you always have something to play, it's just that whether or not that thing is good. Because again, this set curve is extremely high. And so I should just change the card backs. Against another Japanese player, This time we have a better opening hand with Gladiator Mk I in our opening hand. And yeah. And yeah, this is a solid opening hand. And that's pretty good, because then we could albacore it. And it doesn't necessarily kill it, but it does potentially open up albacore into C embargoes. Like, albacore C embargo hit, and this guy dies. Okay. Well, that's same deal, I guess. We could use this, and then we buff C embargo, we buff the fighter, because this guy dies either way. Or not. Let's just see what he's gonna do. We do have a really solid opening hand now. That much is obvious. And also, one small synergy that this, like, by running a lot of units type, your combined armor is funnily insane. Holy crap, that's a big ass board. Kill this. Lay down more fighter, frets him. Since we only run like one retreat card, it doesn't matter what we kill. But we will kill the tank either way, because we can't kill 2G. Like, if he's gonna draw with Uprising, not Uprising, but like Sun, the card that draws 2 when you're if he's gonna draw with Expansion, he's gonna draw with Expansion either way. Doesn't matter, because we can't kill both Japanese units in this turn. We will probably select the turn and trade out 2 of our fighters, or use a removal piece to remove them. Next turn we could use this. No, he's just gonna hit face. Okay. Huh. Surprisingly, we don't have much thing to do. We lock this up, or are we gonna trade? We could trade 2. Yeah. Okay. Next time we have GLAMOUR BOYS. This will deal for another 4 to us, but halfway. He's tough taking a lot of expansion, but that should be okay. Hopefully. We don't have a good we haven't have a good turn to run or missing yet. Okay, that's just dumb. That's 7 damage to our face. That's just 7 damage, which is a lot. Or he's gonna trade. He's gonna suppress. And then he's okay. That's good, cause that just means he will potentially have nothing to deal with this. We could play that, or we could do this and missing. And then we take another 4 damage. But I'm missing will probably protect us. Yeah. So that next turn I can GLAMOUR BOYS and I trade out the thing. Because GLAMOUR BOY will just die horribly if we are, protecting. So yeah, that's dice, really good. So it reduces damage to 3. And yeah, we're in better shape now. He's lose that. He play Yokosuka, so he's desperate. And he's gonna hit my face for free. And then okay. Is there anything that kills us? Yeah, there's 3 damage. No, there's 2 damage. On top of my head, unless there's Blitzkrieg, we're dead. Blitzkrieg plus 1 Japanese unit, we're dead. We don't, then, because this thing also just die. If he draw a suppression, this thing doesn't do any. Okay, it does heal us for 4. So I guess that's just that the argument is done there. I forgot about the deployment effect of Glamour Boys for a second there. So what does this guy have? Oh my god, he did have blitzkrieg. That's lucky. Oh, that's lucky for him, not me, because I am still on my toe. Killed a 2 damage. Should I play Churchill? Yeah, should I play Churchill? That's my bad. Should I play Churchill? You draw another expansion. Painful. That's card is fine. Glamour Boys. We hit this. We run missing. I don't 35T because I want 35T to reach backline in case I need to kill something really important of his. I don't know what this guy might be running because there's a lot of small minute like this 35T can be used to straight up remove a Dragon Slayer, and that would be game winning, game changing. And so yeah, I need to keep that because this is 4 damage to backline. This will not hit face unless we're we get our situation out of the gutter here. This will never hit face. So what this guy's gonna run? Glamour Boys is pretty much carrying us throughout these games. He's stalling? Not really. He might just be swinging. This might just be a really difficult turn. Yep. See, I told ya. Stutzen doesn't matter. We gonna trade the. Is there any way so we can make the 35T survive? Not really. So do this, kill off this. We use this, and then we don't push up. Pushing up is dumb because Stutzen will able to deal 3 damage to our face for free. So we don't do that. We will probably just AUFKLÄRUNG. Because Ingenuity, there's no bombers that heal. Is Majesty's Chosen? Is there anything that heals? No. So the only thing that is something semi-reactive. So yeah. And we get Careless Talk. Careless Talk is good. This would probably just remove something from his position. Which is nice. That's what we need. We need to be able to remove any oddities. And that kills that, which is fine. That's his draw. He unafraid of us. That doesn't matter. We would happily just sacrifice 2 of our bodies into this. And then we put up that. Master Chief Chosen will probably just not give us anything good. And also we need to be able to block the bomber, we call it the key something and that thing. And also I play this thing last because I want to play around Stranglehold. Because for some reason people run Stranglehold in their Jaggro decks pretty commonly. So yeah, we have to be careful about that. Also, this is just a good fighter that can reach backline if he suddenly like just slap another strong fighter like a Hien is the card I'm looking for. If you slap a Hien here, it will die because of the Glamour Boys. Dude, I swear to God, I'm not voicing over anything. This is like first time reaction. So we need a guard from this. Because there's no US guard. So we need a guard. And we get our guard. So thank you. And golden bomber, or yeah, we want to develop stats. And we got the Marauder or the Hampton, the Lancaster. And I think we would buff the stats because there's no need to like make this game any shorter. We just need to survive. That's what we need. So I would decide not to hit his face and spend all of our developed cards. And he just surrendered out of spite, which is good. And so yeah, that's a pretty good win. We have win one game and lose one game fully based on board state alone. And we got 20 gold to celebrate. Nice. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. The mission of dealing 60 damage to the HQ is like 2 out of 60. Out of like 2 pretty lengthy game. So that's funny. Or not like one lengthy game and one like very quick one. Yeah, so that's how the deck wins basically. You just stall, and then at the really like end of the game, you can have some niche like removal stuff. Not removals, but like niche just guard, or you develop stuff and you might win. Again, this deck is unreliable. I wouldn't say anyone should craft this deck. This deck is absolute garbage. Just don't play this. I already feel like this deck can be 10 times better. We would hold Crossfire because we go first. Actually, we might keep Mountain Offensive here. Because this is USA, he wouldn't be aggressive. He will just be a dumbass ramp deck. And Mountain Offensive is one of the better card against a ramp deck. So we have Gladiator, which is my spam it on 1. There's not a lot of reason to not to do it. But to hit face with it doesn't mean much, so we just honey next turn if he skip. Yeah, honey. Actually, no. Yeah. We take this when we can. Albacore. Because he might just remove the air units out of nowhere and we will be sad. Okay. With this, and then we hit face. Do we have anything? If we top deck a KITTYHAWK, you will be able to remove it. If we don't, then we just simply don't. We don't have the ability to remove it. Yeah. What are you thinking? I don't know what this guy's cooking. He's probably some sort of like mid-range hybrid tank deck. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, buddy. So we pin this. It's not the death turn yet, so we can do this just fine. And then we would, yeah, we would trade. We'll get a clean trade. We left all of our units on like 2 HP or less. But, you know, this is USA. They don't have much pings. They do have the ally of Soviet, but ally Soviet doesn't have much card slot to run stuff such as the, you know. He would probably trade the honey. And we have this thing. Which, we might as well just develop a US bomber. Not US, but a bomber. Unspent credits, or the Havoc. The Havoc is pretty good here. This thing will be too much late here. This thing would just, it would take up to turn 6 and up to turn 7 for this thing to do 1 damage, so no. And we would use Havoc. And we destroy the tank. Pretty good so far. He is having a lot of cards though, so he doesn't lack steam. I will give you that. He doesn't lack any engine. We do have the Churchill on our hand, so we might be able to board reset him once, and then we could go from there. The Havoc would just deal 2 damage, which is good. Yeah, which is good. He would probably kill. He would probably hit face. He should just hit face. Killing Wiz doesn't make sense though. Okay. I don't see much of a point doing that, but sure, you do you. And since his deck is pretty mid-ish, Mid-ish in terms of like you know, he didn't run a lot of like small units. This thing should cut something above its, you know, payment of 2 credits. This it should just cut something. It should probably. Yeah, definitely something like that. Yeah, die. Okay. I am not a fan of lightning here, because lightning will be just a tad bit too slow for my liking. But it could also does give a body. Because if we do this and this, we have nothing else to do. So, yeah. It does slightly like worsen our chance of being blown out by another 269 rifle spam, and not spam, but 269 rifle combo. But I think we should be fine. He was suppressed though. He suppressed that thing. Why did you suppress that? And also about the playing around like bombs, like the, you know, the. Okay, let's just dump. So he's starting to misplay stuff, which is good. Use this, and then we kill off this. And then he might just take his entire turn and play another 2-cost tank to just then strategic bombing us. But then we have instant like respawn with mountain offensive. Yeah, mountain offensive is just one of the good cards because it like an instant respawn to like a losing board state after a board wipe, which is really solid. That being said, though, we're not exactly winning by a lot. So he's got for freedom there. He's got to kill off our fighter. Could see embargo this. Doesn't do much though. This will deal 2 damage. This will deal 1, and then deal 2, and yeah. Because we cover bombing will probably be better because this unit will be a bunch of heavy tanks, and so Barracuda, and not heavy tanks, but like, you know, just mid-sized tanks, and so 3 damage instantly will probably do more than 1 damage that might repeat like once, because again his units are heavy. So yeah, as you can see, this is like lag draws, and we're pretty scared. Like, we're in a very scary position here. Okay. Okay. What else? He might buff the tanks and kill it. Kill our bombers. Hit HQ. God damn it. Whatever. We could Majesty's Chosen. If I remember correctly, cover bombing will kill all 3 of these cleanly. So there's no need to, you know, be too worried about something surviving. If not, I'm just dumb. This is tough. Because Canadian is really good. It's a guard. It guards us. It do stuff. Viewfighter is also arguable. And Wellington is just good. Probably just say Wellington. So everything dies? Yeah. Okay, this guy running. This guy's a Greyhound enjoyer. I think he should save that war machine for later. But okay, that's fine. So we have an answer for that in our form of a production order. Why does production order exist? I have no idea why. It's just a dumb card. There's a lot of ways you can, you know, but one of those is making him draw so much card that it doesn't matter. We could also just pin with Monty and buy us a turn. But I think Mountain Offensive will probably be our best choice here. And we get some of the worst options. Okay. The game's just trolling us at this point. I want to save Monty. There's not much. I don't think there's much reason to not save Monty here. The board isn't huge enough for us to care. So he's gonna do tanks combos into us. He's drawing a lot of cards though, which is good. Like he's just drawing a shed load of cards. So a good Churchill might just blow him out of the water. So he has free 5 damage here. That's fine, not free, but you know, 5 damage. So we could pin, and then we could save our Churchill. Because he's drawing a lot of cards, so you would definitely lose. Not definitely, you would probably just lose the fatigue battle at this point. Scout car, pretty good for him. And we pin the one that deals more damage. Pin this one. And then we would bait him by you know, doing this. Yeah, because he doesn't have Blitzkrieg. If we play this, it would just nukes Arm Bolt if we have a Star and Stripe, so no. So we're just saving for a good Churchill here. That's all we do. Good thing this guy's US Soviet, so what I'm trying to say is he doesn't have enough burst damage to kill us from 16 HP necessarily. Like that's just something that he doesn't necessarily have the capability to. You know, he is hitting us very low. I will give him that. So we play this, push these two back into the front, to the back line. We would move all 3 of them up, because he might be able to be a smart trade and probably hit our face. Or we only have 10 HP and we don't have a guard, so we're not necessarily safe here. Okay. Actually, no, we just did. That hurts. So we need a fighter. We do have that fighter. So good. We take 7 damage though, which is not ideal. That would be 10 credits on his part. Well, we must remove one of these. Barracudas. Oh, God, I missed. Should have been Barracuda alone. The tank and the Glamour Boys. Barracuda hit kill ping this, and then the tank kill that, and then we might have a chance to rival, though it's pretty low. Whatever. The mission is definitely not incomplete today. I'm gonna play a 4th game because see what happens. I'm having free time. So yeah, this deck just falls over against any sort of like semi-competently built deck, which is exactly how it is supposed to be played. Ingenuity doesn't do much. I can say that. Ingenuity doesn't do a lot there. It's also that, you know, we don't necessarily have the best like, collection, but yeah, whatever. Gladiator start to start pretty good. Partnership's gone. Honeys doesn't necessarily make the difference in this matchup, since PC modem. So, eh. Yeah, he's a pretty harmless Halo, but that harmless Halo can very easily turn into a, minimally. Also, I picked this so it's because it has card draw. Simple as that. I picked it because it draws. It's pretty slow, admittedly, but we will probably find a use for it. So this, get that, albacore that. He's playing a garrison deck, from the looks of it. Or garrison and control decks are pretty same me, like pretty, like they're like exactly the same to me. So we play this. Ah, there's first responder. Also, I forget. The reason I don't run first responder because I think it's overpowered and I don't like it, so I don't run it. That's it. So that's a good destroy for us, and we would use this. Straight up. Try to get a pin card. There it is. Hit face. So note that okay, you can deal 7 damage to us. Potentially more, but yeah. Okay. Seven, no, not 14. That's 7. So we pin him. That doesn't do anything. Churchill next turn plus move up with a plane seems pretty good. Yeah, it's protecting Churchill then. Okay, Fury Guard. And so we do this. You move up with a plane. He would salvage it, which is a bit which hurts a bit, but you know, it is how it is. And then we RAAF Lightning the guards back into his hand. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, then we're just lose. All right, so that's a bit sad. So yeah, that's how the decks goes. So DevTheWincon, pretty inconsistent deck. Doesn't do it exactly enough for it to be good. Will probably have potential because this is a crab ass version of it that doesn't have a lot of good cards built into it. It is running a lot of replacements. So 7 out of 10 idea, 3 out of 10 execution. You guys should try. Thanks to you all for watching. Have a nice day.